Happy Sunday. Back to the grind. Working on 11 pairs of sneakers today. Let's see here. First pair, Nike Dunk, Retro Low, Reverse Brazils. Laces are dirty. I'm just going to put new ones, or maybe clean these, I don't know yet. I'll have to see if I have any matching colors. These are men's size 10. Hope everyone had a blessed Sunday so far. These are in good shape. A couple frays of fabric here and there. Dirty bottoms. Should clean up really nice. Check these out. Got some Buzz Lightyears. I wash these laces. They're a little dirty. Look at the shoe tag. These are actually a men's size. These are 10.5. Yeah, men's 10.5. Would you rock these? Some Buzz Lightyears. Next, I have some women's Brooks running shoes. Overall good shape. Just need a cleaning. This is the process of delacing shoes first. First I delace because I clean the entire shoe, top to bottom, and I also clean the laces. I like to make sure that we have hygienic shoes going out the door. Next we got some Nike SB Stefan Janowski's. These are 7.5 men's, good shape, just need a good cleaning. Slight wear in the rear backs where people usually, drag their foot. Very slight wear. I can tell these are going to clean up very nice. These are canvas. Only issue with shoes like these is the length of the laces. I'm very short on these. And I honestly don't have in stock really, really short laces. I don't really deal with a lot of really smaller shoes. So I'm not sure about these. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. These are pretty ragged. I can't leave them on the shoe. They got pet hair in them. They're dirty. The ends are messed up. These are LeBron, I think Witness 7s in Hyper Blue. Kind of worn down by the tops where the laces are. Still, there's no sole separation. A couple wear spots. Just sell them cheap. Someone could ball on these for sure. Laces are worn out. I'm not even gonna clean them. We're just gonna cut them. These are for the people that tie knots in their laces. I'm not dealing with that. I definitely have blue laces to replace with, so these will be fine. That should be interesting, trying to get my fingers all the way down here. Lovely. Nike LeBron Witness. These are men's 10.5. Next, we have some women's Nike Air Force platforms. These are very popular. These sell all the time. Look to have some aftermarket insoles. Laces are pretty dirty. I might clean them with the rest and see how well it works. You could tell these are a little bit more high quality lace, so I may try to save them, but they are dirty. Shoe tags, definitely save those. Work never stops, even on Sundays. you don't post, you don't sell. Nike Air Force platforms. These are a very light pink. Women buy these a lot. Next, I have some Brooks in a men's size 9. Nothing too special. Nothing too special. No insoles. Got to replace those. But Brooks sell. I don't mind buying Brooks. I think they're a popular running shoe. I do sell out of all my Brooks when I get them. Because I sell to everybody. Women, men, children. Whoever wants a pair of shoes. I have to vacuum these out too. Somewhere. These will go cheap. I can guarantee you one thing. For my condition of shoes, I'm definitely better than Goodwill. And you're going to get a clean pair of shoes. But I do sell a lot of higher end sneakers. I sell a lot of $200 sneakers, customs, Jordans. But there's occasions where I buy bundles of huge amounts of sneakers, and you get stuff like this. But I sell it all. Next, I've actually never seen these before. These are Nike Roche running sneakers. Oh look, someone bought these at Goodwill. Ha! Speaking of Goodwill, they paid $8. I don't know how much they're worth. No idea how much they're worth. But we'll clean them up. Find out what they sell for. And post them accordingly. These are women's, by the way. Women's 10.5. They're super light. I know the camera doesn't help out, but they're almost like a pink coral. It's weird. I can't even get the proper color. Let me see. That doesn't help either. Anyway, I'm going to pull these laces out and clean them. They're a little dirty. No sweat. These are very, very interesting shoes. There's a weave to them. Almost like braided hair. Interesting. Very, very light sneakers. Barely even know you're holding them. Next, these are the Kyrie fly traps. Good shape. Not bad at all. Oh, look at that. Easy delacing. Easy, easy. We love that. Oh, man. I definitely don't like how that works. See how you got to pull these through the holes just so you can lace them? Lovely. Be more careful this time. Easy. Next, interestingly enough, these are a women's shoe. What were these called? I forget what they were called, but these are Pumas for women. Size 9.5, lime green and black. Little dirty, so I'll delace them, clean them up. No sweat. It's in really good shape. These look like more like a men's shoe to me. I have a feeling these will be a hard sell, but we'll see. Last but not least, we have the Giannis Immortality in the championship colorway. Giannis Antetokounmpo basketball shoes. All right, once I get done with this, I am going to wash these laces just to make sure that they're clean. Just a little dirty here and there. At the toes. Soles are a little dirty. But they're in great shape. Barely worn. Probably played ball in a couple times, and that's it. All right, give me 1 second. Alrighty. So I have some lime green laces, several darker colored laces. So I will do the dark ones together. And I will do the light ones together. And I do that because I want to see if they're actually being cleaned. I don't want to mesh colors with other colors. Just like doing laundry. The whites, I definitely got to pay attention to on their own. Same thing with these, the Nike Dunk Reverse Brazil colorway. This is a weird color. I don't know, I have a yellow. The yellow should work good. Or you think green? I can also put green. Yeah, I think I'm gonna toss these because I can go yellow or green and it will match perfectly with these. We'll make that decision when the time comes. As far as these Nike ones, the pink ones, it's not really a replacement for those. Just some bright pinks. So I will clean those. All right, clean these laces. Vegetable brush, very easy. Switch sides. Now, one thing I don't carry is every color in the oval shaped laces. Maybe I should. I just don't get a whole lot of shoes with random colored oval laces like this. Do a quick clean. We will go hang these up. So I have a big fan that has a hook under it, and I hook these under the fan, and the fan blows right on them, right? So by the time I'm done cleaning all the sneakers, these laces are completely dry. All right, next I'm gonna work on these Air Force One laces. Very light pink. Does this get every piece of dirt out? No. But it gets a lot of it out. For sure, 100%. I try to maintain the originality of the sneakers as best I can. Especially if the laces are a little bit more unique. You can tell that these are a little bit high quality lace. So I will try to save them. Then I'll flip them over. Work the other side. This is what takes usually about 9 pairs of shoes. Takes me about 2.5 hours total. Tonight I'm doing 11, so it'll be longer. But especially takes longer if you actually have to clean all the stuff like this. Obviously, when you buy new sneakers, really good shape sneakers, you don't have to waste your time doing this. But to me, it's not a waste of time. I want my customers to know that they're getting a good product, clean product. All right, we'll hang these up. All right, now the important ones. Now these are for the Buzz Lightyears, but they're thick. I mean, I could just put basic white laces, I guess. Or I could pick a cool color to put with them. So I'm just gonna test these out and see if they clean up properly. And if they don't, I'll probably just toss them. But it does look like they clean up. So let's give it a shot. What the hell? These laces had hair on them. Yeah. That's why I wear gloves when I clean. Yeah, these were worth it. They're really dirty, but this works just fine. These are cleaning it up very nicely. So I will keep the original laces. They are fatter. They do have a little bit more intricate thread pattern to it than regular standard laces. So I'm going to keep them. Okay, I'm going to flip them. And hit the other side. Now when I get to the darker laces, I'm not going to work this hard. I'm only just going to scrub them real quick just to make sure that they're clean. These white laces were pretty dirty, so I spent a little bit more time on them. That's it. Came out very nice, actually. Yes, sir. Go hang them up. All right, last but not least, just going to run through the darker laces just to ensure that they're clean. They're all in pretty good shape, so no big worry there. one more run through. Do I have to do this? No. But if you knew that the used sneakers you were buying were clean, would you be more interested in buying or not? I don't know. I would. All right. Go hang these up. Beautiful. I actually forgot these coral colored laces. They're not bad at all. So I'm going to clean them up. Quick scrub. And they're short. Doesn't take long at all. Do a quick clean. Right. Not too bad. Alrighty. Now I'm going to clean the sneakers. None of them are real too bad. Shouldn't take very long. Some soapy water. That's all you really need. I use Dawn Platinum. Stuff is legit. Good for grease. All that. All right. We're going to work in order at which I introduce the sneakers. So the first one will be the Nike Dunk Reverse Brazils. Some staining. I've seen this type of staining before. That usually doesn't come out. Dirty bottoms, so we're going to clean those. Vegetable brush, your best friend. Oh yeah. It's amazing what little elbow grease does. That's it. I don't mind getting a little dirty either. Just cleaning clothes, nothing special. Where's my little pen? That's it. All right. Now for these Nike Dunks, I'm just gonna loosen up the dirt on the soles. These are smooth soled, right? So they're easy to clean. So we're just gonna use this brush and lighten up the dirt. I'm gonna spray down the whole shoe. Let that dog penetrate. Hit the lower sole. Same thing with the other shoe. All right. Best friend too. I couldn't tell you what brand this is, but these are great sponges, right? They're very soft. They're not too abrasive. So they clean very well. They don't mess up the leather. Works beautifully. Your third best friend, light bristle brush. These dunks are very resistant to scuffs and scraping, so I'm not really shy with these. I want to get some more soap up in here. It's not soaping as much as I wanted to soap. I guess I did this one. I can't even tell what I did. Anyway, this one looks clean. didn't do these. You can tell by the toes. The places that get dirty the most is where you look to see if you cleaned them before. Yeah, it's much soapier. Is that a word, soapier? I don't know. I'm just going to hit these with a sponge very lightly over that leather. Get off any top layer dirt, stains. I already know these are going to come out beautifully. Bam. Shit, these came out nice. Beautiful. I just noticed there's like some paint splatter right there. Let me see if I can get it. See if I can get that. Oh, that comes off. Look at that. Check out this little tool I use. Flat on one end, pointy on the other. Check it out. No more white spot. That was pink for sure. Now these shoes have a lot of little frays. Probably gonna hit it with the trusty lighter. But one down. Next, I got the Buzz Lightyears. These aren't too bad. I'm just gonna clean them up real quick. Loosen up the dirt on the lower sole with the vegetable brush. Get some of that soap. Right. All right. Lower sole with the sponge. These are similar to Vans, where they get dirty by the patch in the rear. Nothing too crazy. They appear to clean up pretty nicely. Now this is a special kind of leather. I can already tell. I've cleaned so many shoes. This sponge won't do anything to these. Just do a light scrub over it. Clean up all the leather. Works perfect. You don't scuff it, nothing like that. You don't damage it. The Buzz Lightyears. I don't know who's rocking the Buzz Lightyears. These are men's size, 10.5. All right. Oh yeah. If you haven't watched before, I hand dry them first, and then they get placed under a very big fan for a proper air dry. Look at these. Fresh, clean, Buzz Lightyears. All right, next is going to be a little bit harder pair. The fabric on these Brooks are dirty. They've been ran in, but the soles aren't bad at all. There's no sole separation. These are very, very light shoes. Here we go. Again, I use it to loosen up all the dirt on the lower sole. I try not to ever use these on fabric because they're stiff. The bristles are stiff. This is more of a loosening agent for me to make it easy to clean. So again, on these, sponge it, clean the bottoms. I will not be using a sponge on these, on the fabric. You can tell this fabric is very fine, so I will not be using anything that will hurt the fabric. I want to show you the toes of these. Let me see if you can see it. Notice this is dirty. All this is dirty. It's not gray anymore. It's just a little bit darker from use. So on these, very light bristle brush, super soft. Hit the whole shoe. Top to bottom, because the tongues are dirty, fabric's dirty. Alrighty. See how it soaks right up? I'm going to focus on the problem areas like the toes. And the sides, obviously, and the rears. Where people use to, grab the shoe to pull it off. I can already tell you these are going to come out absolutely beautiful. Any problem spots, just hit it back. Hit it back with the soap and water. Do a second pass. On these, it was the toes, some parts of the sides, and definitely the rear. But I can already tell these are gonna shine. The tongue's cleaned up. They were dirty right at the tops. You grab it. Oh yeah. Look at that. It'll be beautiful. On your left-hand side is a dirty one right here. See that dirt on top? Look how they cleaned up. Oh no. There we go. Let's soak these again. These are actually worse than the right-hand pair, and the right-hand sneaker. There we go. Yeah, it comes right out. You see that? Oh, yeah. Remember, I'm going to do a first pass. Do a second pass because these are a little bit dirtier. There's more problem spots. And this brush right here, you can be aggressive with it because it doesn't scratch or scrape fabric. But it cleans damn good. All right, first pass. Definitely gonna hit it again. I'm pretty sure Brooks sells for good money, right? I have to look them up. I forget what I post stuff like this for. I can guarantee you I'm not the highest price, and I can guarantee you I'm not the lowest. What I can guarantee is if you buy sneakers from me, they will be clean. And they're quality checked, right? Because when I do work like this, it forces me to hold the sneaker. It forces me to look it over. It forces me to notice damage. So it also makes sure that when I post these sneakers, that my description is accurate, that you know exactly what you're getting. And it's really that simple. Bam. different sneakers. I mean, cleaning them like this takes them from, I don't know, a $15 pair to a $30 pair. For what, 5-10 minutes of your time? Kind of got to weigh your options. Next, I'm going to work these women's Air Force One platforms. These are pink. I know you can't really see in the light too well. Soles are dirty. Look, this one even has a rock in it. Don't worry, I have a little catch-all in the sink. You should clean up nice. Here we go. I'm hitting the lower soles first. The lower soles have this rough spot. These are hard to clean, right? Especially if there's caked up dirt in there. It just doesn't wipe away with a brush. You have to hit it with a vegetable brush first and then scrub it with a sponge. Then you got all these cracks and crevices to clean. So obviously sneakers like this take a little bit longer, but these sell. These women's platform Air Force Ones, they sell like hotcakes. So I don't mind spending the time on these. And I know for sure women like their sneakers clean. I actually sell a lot of women's sneakers. It's not just men. I try to cater to both genders. You know, I just don't sell Jordans. I sell a lot of different types of Nike running shoes, Pumas, Converse, Vans, Lakai, Adidas, all kinds. So first I'm going to hit this little star section up here with a light bristle brush. It really gets in all them cracks and crevices. These are kind of almost like a 3-step process. I loosen up the dirt with a thick bristle brush, then a soft bristle brush, and then I will hit it with a sponge. So here we go. So this sponge is already worn out. You see that? I go through these like water. So when I'm cleaning a new pair of sneakers, I like to use a fresh sponge just for the bottom sole. Don't ask me why. It's just I've cleaned so many sneakers that this is just the way I know that works. And that it won't damage the sneaker. But just because it's worn out doesn't mean I throw it out. You'll see why I use this still. Now, it's non-abrasive. It's already worn. It's soft, but it still has that little thick spot on the rear. So these shoes, there's a dirt layer over them, right? Very easy. Soft sponge, light scrub, no pressure. I barely press down at all. This is just to get that top layer off, and it comes right off. I'm gonna have to find a way to do better close-ups of how this works. But let me tell you, there was a a dirt layer over this whole shoe. They have been worn. It's gone. Absolutely gone. I only use a soft bristle brush to get in all the damn, I can't even think right now. All the stitching, sorry. Yeah. Don't know why I couldn't think of it, but all the stitching, this little brush gets in all the stitching. It works really well. These again came out beautifully. Clean. See if I can show you, but the check is dirty here. Soles are dirty. That's why I do what I do. I clean it up the whole way. So again, I'm gonna hit the new sponge. Scrub the lower sole. Pretty easy. Now I'm going to use my soft sponge. Hit the rest. Very light scrub, no pressure at all, just to take the top layer of dirt off the leather. And I promise you, this works so well. If you're cleaning your shoes for resale or just for yourself, it doesn't take too long. You just need a bottle of soap, the right brush. Simple. I'm going to see on this other pair, see a little bit of dirt at the tip. Okay, it comes out. I just want to make sure I don't scrape the leather off. Works great. Little hand dry, and then I'll throw them under the fan. Look how these came out. Women's Nike platform, Air Force Ones. Beautiful. Next, I have the LeBron Witness 7. This is a rougher pair. Probably won't go for very much. Got some rips. However, no sole separation. The sole is chunky. These have been balled in, but not too much. Probably indoor court only. Bubbles are tight. So I will clean these and I will post them for sale. Let's get to it. Again, I'm loosening up the dirt on the lower soles. Simple. I'm also going to hit it with a light bristle brush to really get in any extra cracks. Next is sponge. So boom, I hit these up. I'm just going to sponge all the white parts, clean them up. I can already tell you these are look great. The white parts are cleaning up beautifully already. I'll try to do a side by side here in a minute. I will scrub the plastics just to make sure they're clean. I don't know, you can tell. Let's see if you can tell. They look pretty white in the camera, but they're dirty. They've been used. These are going to look really good, even though they have some damage. They got damage up here by the holes. Someone can still ball in them. Obviously, I won't be posting them for very much. But I got something for everybody. I got shoes for everybody. Next, I'm going to clean the fabric. This fabric will get worse if I use a heavy bristle brush. So you have to use a light bristle brush on these. Soak these down. Definitely scrub where the laces go in. Top to bottom. It's gonna look good. I mean, if these were my size, I like these. I like this colorway a lot. Unfortunately, I can barely ever wear what I buy. My feet are too big. Beautiful. The tops are dirty. Always where the toes go, always where the top of the toes are, always dirty on most sneakers. The sides where you pull them up, grab them in the rear, the tongues. That's usually where I spend my time. Don't be shy about getting the sneakers wet. As long as you dry them quickly, they will not smell. Actually, if they did smell before, this process makes sure that they don't smell. I have never once had a complaint of sneakers smelling. I've sold over, I started last September. I've sold over 2,000 pairs of sneakers already. I sold over 70 pairs this week. Only thing I can tell you is if you're a reseller, you got to keep grinding. You got to keep posting. You got to keep finding inventory. All right, next I got the Nike SB. Stefan Zanowski's. Men's size 7.5. As you can see, my hand is almost as big as the damn shoe. This is a small size. Let's get rocking. So I can already tell you these are canvas, so I will not be using any type of brush except the softest bristle. Just don't do it. The tips of these shoes, are kind of rough. Dirt can get in them. Like I said, the first thing I do is always just brush them to loosen any dirt. And then I will hit it with the sponge. Now I've gotten pretty good at this where I don't hit the canvas with the sponge. You just kind of got to feel with your fingers where the sponge is at and only get the sole. You don't want to scrape the canvas. It takes practice for sure. I definitely ruined a few pairs learning, or at least made some pairs worse. These already came out very nice. Let's clean the canvas. Soap and water. You don't want to ruin the canvas, so very nice and easy brush strokes, no pressure. These weren't dirty or that dirty at all, but I still like to wash them. I don't know if I'll be posting these tonight. It's already getting late. Look at that. Beautiful. There's your old one. Dirty fronts, dirty rears. Nike SBs are pretty popular. So loosen up that dirt in the front and those rough toes. I may already need a new sponge. And I only say I need it because when you have shoes that have these really rough fronts, a lot of dirt gets in there and they're hard to clean. That's why I despise cleaning Converse and Vans, because every pair has that damn toe that it's really hard to clean. That's all I gotta say. But the sides are super smooth. When the lower sole, the outer sole is smooth, really easy to clean. Clean. Again, we're just gonna lightly apply pressure just to clean the canvas. Get any dust, dirt, hair. And especially canvas shoes, you want to dry them quickly so they don't smell afterward. They hold a lot of the moisture in. Super clean. Nike SBs. All right. Next, I got some Brooks in a men's size. No insole. I'll have to vacuum these after I clean them. Lower sole still good. No sole separation. They're worth cleaning. Brooks are a popular running shoe. Again, I loosen the dirt. These you got to get in the crevices. With the sponge, it's hard, but the brush isn't going to do it. These Brooks have a lot of little pimples and holes. I don't know. Does it make it better for running? I don't know. No clue. Does it make it harder to clean? Hell yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna get some of this out. We'll see. I just see that this brush can get in those little crevices. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's looking like craters on the moon. These definitely take some elbow grease. They've been used. But in good shape. As long as you can clean them, it's worth it. Let's see. I'll try to do it side by side and see if it was worth it. Because I definitely see some spots that they're just not coming out. I'm not going to spend all day on it. What do you think? Obviously, the rears have been discolored. Some stains that don't come out. Much of a difference? I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Like I said, if I can't get them really nice, I post them for very cheap. But at least you know they're clean. Not much you can do with these. These will go for very cheap. But they'll make somebody happy. There's no sole separation. You can run in them. You know when you get them, they're clean at least. They don't have insoles, so I'll put new ones. So you get fresh insoles, fresh cleaning. I don't know, I'll probably sell these for $13. Maybe less. Make somebody happy. I don't know. People like Brooks. I wouldn't rock them. Next, I got these Nike Roche running shoes for women. Not much to do here. They're not that bad. Not much you have to do. hit them with soapy water. Make sure they're clean. Now, since it is fabric, I'm only going to use the sponge on the leather parts. And I'll just hit the rest with this brush, but they're pretty clean already. So we're just going to hit them up real quick. Get any top layer of dirt out. Should be it. Yeah, they clean up perfectly. Perfect. These never come out right in the light. These are pink. Look what they look like in the light. Damn. I think I bought this bundle on. I bought this bundle of sneakers on Depop. I really hate Depop. They suck. Full of scammers, low ballers, non-payers. Their support sucks. Every response they give you is done by AI. You have no human support. You have AI reviewing your cases if you have a problem. It's just terrible. I mean, they must have 3 people in the company because they literally outsource everything to the AI, to an AI bot. It's just trash. I think eBay bought them, though. I hope they do something with it. But my ultimate goal is to get off all those platforms, get my own website, get my own authenticity checker, be able to buy and sell your sneakers right on my site. I want to provide proof of authenticity on every pair I sell. Beautiful. All right, 3 more to go, and I'm calling it a night. I'll lace these up tomorrow. It's always good to put in work. By the way, these are the Nike Kyrie Flytrap 5s, I think. In black and gray. We got some grass in them. These aren't too bad. I'm literally just going to spray these down, hit them with a soft bristle brush, and that'll be it. These do not need a lot of cleaning, but I want them to look fresh. So I'll wipe them all down. These don't need really scrubbing. This brush will do all the work for you. You'll see what I mean. A little bit of grass in them. See if I can get that. There we go. Nike Kyrie 5s. Fly trap. Actually, on the back of these soles, I'm just going to scrub these. The smooth part, I'm going to scrub. Just to give it a nice, shinier look. A cleaner look. Yeah, that's much better. Clean. These are more dusty than anything. What the hell? Couple rocks. When you buy shoes, you want rocks in them? When I first started, I probably gave a lot of shoes with rocks in them. I probably sold shoes with shit in them. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Now I will happily take the rocks out for people. It's not a big deal. Doesn't take too long. But these Kyrie soles, man, they pick up everything. Every rock, pebble. Yeah, they pick up it all. And I'm sure most people that buy my sneakers have no idea I even do this. I'm pretty sure. But I hope to start being on social media soon. We got these women's Puma sneakers. Lots of pebbles. All right. is going to be similar to the first pair of Brooks I cleaned, where the fabric is very soft. You don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to go ahead and soak it now. It's dirty. But I'm going to hit the side of the soles with a sponge. Clean up the dirt. Try not to rub any paint off if there is. Yeah, that works real nice. Beautiful. So I'm just going to scrub the parts that are plastic that won't get messed up. And then I will work the fabric parts because they're dirty at the toes. Yeah, works beautiful. Let's give my system a try. It's tested, trust me. Every pair of shoes that you see on my site, I have hand washed and made sure they're clean. Gonna come out beautiful. This came out perfect. When you lace these up, they're gonna look like new. Spend 5 minutes, make your extra dollars. Here we go. Let's see if we can do a test. Where is it? Right on the top there. Stained up. Give it a shot. Second to last pair. Last pair is some Giannis Antetokounmpo Immortalities in the championship colorway. Getting out some dirt here on the soles. Gonna get out the pebbles, dirt, shit, whatever I see that shouldn't be there. See that? Get all that out. Yeah, this just looks like someone stepped in bubble gum. All good. So obviously when I sell sneakers, I take pictures of everything, even the soles, right? So how am I gonna look as a seller and I got soles full of shit? As far as eBay goes, I have a 99.8% feedback rating. I mean, eBay's tough, man. I just got a neutral feedback yesterday because the person said they didn't see the cost of shipping when they made an offer. How the hell is that my fault? By the way, I do not offer free shipping. I do make the buyers pay shipping, but I guarantee you the price of my sneakers is low enough where it doesn't make a difference. It has not affected my sales at all, charging the buyer for shipping. And to be honest, if you're a buyer watching my show, look what goes into what I sell, right? I'm not just going to Goodwill, buying some shitty ass shoes and then posting them same day, right? I work hard. I clean them. My packing materials are not free. All my boxes that I buy are brand new. I don't dumpster dive for boxes. I don't use old liquor boxes. I don't use old Amazon boxes. When you get a package from me, it's professional. The box is clean. You know it was just for these sneakers. It has not been used for anything else. You know, there was no fruit in it, no freaking bugs. Everything is brand new packaging tape, packaging paper. So all of that costs money, right? I'd be Booba the Fool. I don't know, maybe it's not Booba the Fool, but I don't really believe in free shipping, right? Because if I offer free shipping, what am I doing? All I'm doing is raising the price of the sneakers. So what I like to do is put a fair price for my sneakers. And if the buyer agrees, they buy them, right? These do have some defect here. It's a shame, but they came out pretty well. Last but not least are the Giannis Immortality Championship colorway. Pretty good shape. These should clean up very nice. No sole separation. Some pebbles here and there. Not too bad. Last pair. Now these have a lot of ridges. You got to use a brush on these. Soft bristle brush. I'm gonna get in all those ridges, all those cracks. Anywhere I can't hit it with the sponge. Especially up front. See how that dirt that gets lodged in there? It makes it tough. So especially in the front, they got thick ridges, deep ridges. I'm gonna hit it with a vegetable brush. And that works pretty well. Next, I'm gonna hit the white spots with the sponge, only on the lower sole. I'll show you how well this comes out. can see the tongue is pretty dirty up here. Let me see. Clean all that. Fabric is not perfectly white anymore. It's a little bit cream from use. So see if we can clean that up. I'm gonna soak this down. This is really this fabric again is very soft, so you don't want to mess it up. So I use a very light bristle brush with very, very little pressure. You don't want to scuff this fabric or make it rough. This is just meant to clean it, not damage it. So only on the fabric portions am I going to use the brush. Now, this tongue is leather, so I'm going to use a used sponge. Scrub it. And the dirt comes right off. It's beautiful. I'm also going to hit the plastic part up here on the toe. Comes out beautifully. We'll see if it's side by side. The camera does it justice. But from my perspective, it's night and day. You can tell. Clean. Can you tell the color in the tops? This one is a little bit brighter. It's worth your 5 minutes. Now we're going to use the brush again, getting these ridges. Sponge on all the white parts of the lower sole. Don't hit the fabric. Vegetable brush on that tip. Beautiful. Now we're going to work on the fabric. Soapy water on all the fabric. Tongue, mesh. Again, use your light bristle brush. Easy. Do not apply pressure. You just a light scrub. And it will clean this fabric up without scuffing it up, making it look really used. Mesh on the tongue. Sponge on the leather. Takes it all up. Now this toe is still a little dirty. I hit it with that soap. Light scrub. These are going to look beautiful. That's it. Cleaned up beautifully. Look at the toes. No more dark spots. But anyway, it's late. It's 11:30 where I'm at. Still working hard. I am not going to lace them back up right now. I'm not going to be posting tonight. But I have 11 pairs of sneakers that are clean, ready to be laced up and posted. Again, we're Soul Sneaker Co. We're on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Depop. Our own website. Social media is coming soon. We now have a content creator. We have a marketing manager. So we're going to step our game up. But I hope you enjoy. This is just a little behind the scenes of kind of me cleaning the used sneakers I buy. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be buying pallets of new sneakers. Obviously, that's the goal. But still, I'll be buying shoes from people, so they'll need to be clean, need to be tended to. So I don't know if I'll be cleaning these sneakers in the future, or I'll hire somebody. But I don't want to do this forever, that's for sure. Always clean your workstation. Don't be dirty. Y'all have a blessed Sunday. God bless everybody. I pray for all the good people in our world. You got to get it out there and turn the evil into good. Change your life, find Jesus, and support our small business. We really appreciate you. See you later.